In this video, we're going to change the cabin air filter on a 2018 Subaru Forester. Should be the same for a lot of other vehicles as well. Hi, I'm Jim with the Works IRL channel, where we're making money by saving money, doing things ourselves because that works in real life. One thing that's really easy to do, even if you've never done any vehicle maintenance, is simply changing the cabin air filter. It's really not that difficult. Usually behind the glove box is where most modern cars have the filtration system. At least that's true on this Subaru. You got to check your user manual. It'll tell you how often to change it. It'll tell you how to change it. And frankly, I just buy them online. But I will say, occasionally the tabs on the more inexpensive ones you get online, sometimes they snap off, which you just kind of use to kind of get a grip to pull them out, as I'll show you later in this video. If you buy the manufacturer filter, sometimes their qualities are a little bit higher, but everything is usually manufactured to original equipment manufacturers or OEM specifications if you buy an aftermarket one that's not from the manufacturer. Sort of tough doing it one-handed here, but I will say they are tight. You're just trying to get those little, these little knobs. There's just a little play. You feel like you're going to break it. There's just a little bit of play to get those little stops to come out from their notches. But now you can see that the glove box will come all the way down. There. So now, there's the air filter. This is the one we're going to pull out by just pressing in on these four tabs here. We're just going to pull that out, pull it straight out, and then tilt it down a little bit so any debris that's in the top doesn't fall down into that housing. I think I got the Subaru one at the Subaru dealership. This one has an arrow saying to which direction is up and to push. This one really has no markings, so you really just have to do it based on, I think, the configuration of like the last one. So that would be a difference. Otherwise, weight-wise, not too different that I can tell. The pleating looks very similar, but it shows how dirty. Look how dirty this is. There's actual pebbles and insects down in here. There's some seeds. Really dirty. And the thing of it is, all of your filtration inside the cabin, not only this is showing what you're not breathing, it's catching all that, but your defroster and your air conditioning and your heater is all going to work harder. That fan is going to work harder because it's having to pull all that air through that dirty filter. So it shows you really do need to replace this very routinely, especially given how inexpensive these are and how easy it is to change. It's usually like every 12 months or 12,000 miles is what they recommend. The other thing that's good, once you have that filter out, you can see the blower motor back in here. It's always a good chance just to take a quick peek around in there and make sure everything seems to look okay, that there's nothing down in here or down inside the housing. It's just a good chance just to kind of look at things. This one has no markings. You can also see from the orientation, you want to make sure you put it in the same way you took out the other one. So we'll put the other one back in now, put the new one. Again, that's the orientation that the old one was in, and it has no markings there, obviously, so that's one drawback of not buying the Subaru branded one. But it does have the markings here showing the airflow going up, but we know based on how the other one went in. We're just going to do this, doing this one-handed here, so forgive me for shaking the camera as well as this, but we're just gonna put this in here, kind of go in at an angle like that. You kind of come in from the bottom and then you sort of lift it up and push her in until it engages. This tab just broke off, fell down in here, so that might be what you get with your quality. Didn't take much, just barely touched it, snapped right off. So when I go to take this one out, I'll probably have to just pull down on that myself. But it shows maybe you do get what you pay for on some things. So the idea is I'm just trying to come in horizontally on those. You can kind of see these are open at the ends. So you just want to come in on this. These are even flat-sided, so you're just trying to they're trying to show you can only come in. See, that slides in there, and then I'm going to lift this up until those stops engage. I'm going to keep that little plunger back here, but I'm just pushing it up until they snap in. Let's see if I can do this one-handed here. Just putting that loop over that. And we're just trying to snap that back in there. Again, I'm doing this one-handed here, so. There we go. Okay, job done. Doing vehicle maintenance can be really daunting to many people that maybe aren't used to doing do-it-yourself or DIY projects, but doing the cabin air filter is pretty straightforward. Pretty much, I think most folks could do it. And you save yourself a little bit of money because you're not going to the dealership and having to pay dealership prices. If this gives you value, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I really appreciate all that have joined the community here. I love reading your comments. I learned so much from them. I hope you'll join. One last thing too, after you change the filter, make sure you mark it down in your maintenance log so you know what date and what mileage you changed your air filters. That way you know when you need to change it again. It's a lot easier just to put a reminder in your phone so you don't forget. I'll join you at these other videos. We'll see what else works in real life.